the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I am waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I am waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I
What a long day. I don't even feel well. I don't know why. I'm depressed. I'm depressed because here I am about to do a stream talking about how good the Buffalo Bills are and how we'll never have a shot. And then every time I look up at my TV, Jordan Love dropping a dime. Flores trying to save us, man. All right, let me bring my mic over and get to work. Can't afford to sit and live in my depression. Gotta grind it out. I keep looking at the playoff standings and it keeps saying in the hunt and we still on there, and I just be like, is there really a chance still? Is there? Y'all hit the like button. This stream is being powered by BetUS. Receive a 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000. using code YouTube150. All right. If you're looking for a new sportsbook, BetUS is where you want to be. All right. BetUS is not just the sportsbook, ladies and gentlemen, but it is also the live betting, casino, race book, and so much more, including BetUS TV, where you can get all the latest in sports news and coverage every single day. All right. We know the NFL has a doubleheader tomorrow. Chicago Bears, Minnesota Vikings, which is going to be a crazy good game, by the way. I just went off of there. And then you got the Atlanta Falcons, who are hoping to stay alive in their game as well. If I can get my mouse to just work. Yeah, you have that game as well. Atlanta Falcons going to be playing against the Las Vegas Raiders. Should be an easy win for them. But Chicago +7, if you think they can cover, go ahead and get in on that action. That's going to be an interesting one. But yes, BetUS, if you're looking for a new sports book, again, ladies and gentlemen, BetUS is where you want to be. Supporting our sponsors is supporting the channel. All right. Let's get into it. First and foremost, let me address the Buffalo Bills, man. It's crazy. They're the best team in the AFC. Now, I know Baltimore may have something to say about that because they beat them this year. Baltimore is the only team in the AFC that beat them this year. So they'll have something to say. But overall, the Bills are the best team in the AFC. Now, I know some people will say, well, the NFL, but hey, I don't know if they can beat Minnesota and or the Eagles. So we're going to leave that for a potential Super Bowl if the Bills make it over the Ravens. Or the Chiefs, of course. You know how the playoffs go. But, yeah, man, here's the shocker to it all. The Bills were able to just flip the script like that, and it didn't even take a year. It's immediate. It's immediate. The Bills are able to flip the switch immediately. How in the heck? We're that down bad that the Bills get to flip the switch immediately. Now, you got to give it up to McDermott and company, man. Great coaching this year, doing what they got to do. But the Bills look darn good to beat up on the Lions the way they did. I know the score was close at the end, but really, man, that was just the Lions coming back in garbage time, man. Just like I told you, the Bills coming back against the Rams last week was garbage time. But, man, the Bills, man, we got to compete with that crap in our division, with Josh Allen in our division. Flick Short said, good thing Jets winning. They don't get Ward or Sanders. Yeah, I know. But I knew they would. But enough about the Bills. Yeah, enough about the Bills. I got to talk about the Dolphins. How the Miami Dolphins are down bad with Tua. I'm going to see if I can share this real quick. Y'all give me a second. See if I can crop it and then put it on the screen. All right. You don't need, okay. All right, let me see. I can't hear you. What? In my room in the basket. I'm sorry, y'all. All right, here we go. I'm going to share this and put it on the screen. If I can. All right, here we go. Okay. Overlay. Downloads. All right, let me share this real quick. It's loading now. This is very interesting to me, okay? First of all, let me say this before I go over this. All right, y'all listen to me. And please tell me I'm wrong. I get so tired of telling y'all stuff a year or two in advance and then get hated on by everybody. And then a year or two later, everybody starts saying what I've been saying. And I still get hated on. Like, I'm getting tired. I'm going to be honest. I'm about to become a villain, like a bad villain. It's ridiculous. Here we go. Chris Kaufman puts this on Twitter. I truly believe this offensive build for Miami is over. You're just getting that revelation, huh? It was a moment in time, perhaps even a necessary one, when the question was, how do we rehab a top 5 QB who just survived an all-out civil war with a head coach who actively worked against him? It's not the same Tua anymore. You succeeded. You rebuilt him. You proved to him and to the whole league that he can play. But what you forgot to do was build a team. You forgot to build a winner that can handle being untracked in tough circumstances. Here's what's funny about this. And by the way, they're still riding on this Flores narrative of actively working against him. He wasn't good enough to Flores. So when you say things like, it's not the same Tua anymore, you succeeded. What they're saying is they succeeded in rehabbing Tua to show the world that he can play. This is what's in their mind and in their brains and what they believe. I've been telling y'all for the longest, everything they're doing, it's just to make it look like Tua is competent. Everything that they've done is all about making Tua look competent, even if it's sacrificing the team. When you spend all that money on Tyreek, Waddle, Armstead, and all of these acquisitions, it's like basically trying to build an all-star offense just so that they could carry your quarterback and make him look competent. But then you go on to say, but you forgot to build a team. And what I think Chris doesn't understand is that you can't do both with Tua Tagovailoa. You can't make him look competent and build a team at the same time. This is what they don't understand. See, they think that these are two separate issues and they don't see the collaboration. They think that Miami did everything to make Tua look good and they succeeded, but they forgot to build a team. No, they didn't. They had to make a choice. Build a team, and if you did build a team, you would have saw that your team would have been exactly how they were today. When you got all your little injuries and all that stuff. See, when you build a team, you're going to have less weapons. Something's going to suffer. If you build the team, the defense might have not have played as well as they did today because Ramsey might have not have been here. Zeeler might have not have been here. Something would have had to give. If you build the team, Tyreek might have not have had to been here. So you wouldn't have been blaming Tyreek for those situations today. You would have been blaming some other bum and saying, oh, we need better weapons. What they don't understand is both things are not true in this situation. They had to choose one or the other. Build a team, and Tua's going to continue to look the way he looked because Flores was building a team. It still was a year out, but he was building a team. But we know what that looks like. Or you just invest in putting all around Tua and not building a team. And what does that do? It makes Tua look good, but your team suffers. They don't get it. They just don't get it. But what we do know is they were always going to pick making Tua look good over building the team. Why? Because if Tua failed, it was a fireable offense. If Tua failed, it would look like, oh man, Flores was right. They've done all they can. This isn't just about making Tua look competent. It's about making him look competent so that they could justify that they were right in the Civil War with Brian Flores. Newsflash, you were wrong. You made him look competent, and except against all the good teams, he still looked trash. Every time that we play a good team, at least 85% of the time, he looks trash. But they think that it's a victory because they succeeded showing Tua as a good quarterback. And I'm telling you what they're setting us up for right now. If you got your ears plugged right now, you better listen to what I'm about to say. Because watch the narrative out here, what it's going to shift to over the next several weeks. I see it already. Here's what they setting you up for, ladies and gentlemen. They setting you up to say, now that Tua has been rehabbed, now let's do a whole new rebuild around him because now he's a new quarterback with his confidence back. That was the goal. To rebuild him into believing in himself. Now we need to build a team around him with the newfound Tua. And they're going to do all of this coming fresh off of that trash performance. Y'all mark my words. Y'all mark my words. If Stephen Ross doesn't step in, and fire Chris Grier, if he doesn't step in and fire Chris Grier, I'm telling y'all what's next. It's the whole reshift and rebuild around Tua. This is what they're going to do. This is the last will and testament for the Dolphins. I'm telling y'all now. Watch this. This is going to be their last will and testament. They're going to keep everybody, except maybe some people are expendable like Chubb and Poyer, right? 2 key defenders. They're going to keep everybody except maybe like Chubb and not Poyer. Why am I saying Poyer? He need to go too. He probably is going to go. But Poyer and not Poyer. I keep saying Poyer. Javon Holland is what I mean to tell you. It's going to be Javon Holland and like Bradley Chubb, who they're going to get rid of. And they're going to fire like a defensive coordinator or O-line coach, something like that, just to say, we got to shake things up. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to restructure Tua. They're going to try to restructure Waddle. They're going to try to get as much cap space as they can. And here's the coup de grace. Here's the kicker. They're going to spend every penny they can on the O-line. And immediately, what do y'all think that's going to do to our fan base? Finally! Boy, the one, man, how many off seasons I got to tell y'all that if the Dolphins are masterful in one thing, you know what that is? They are masterful in giving you new hope every year. The one thing that they are flawless in is giving you a new false hope. And remember the key word, false. False hope. They gonna go in free. And the first round pick gonna be a tackle or guard or center, something like that. They're gonna go in free agency and spend some. No, that's where they're gonna start. They're gonna start in free agency. They're gonna get a nice solid guard, another nice solid guard. They're gonna be like, well, we like Brewer, we gonna keep him. And then in the draft, they're gonna draft yet another tackle to compete with Austin Jackson, who contract could be coming up for the negotiations again. And they gonna make y'all feel like, man, 2 free agents, solid guards that are proven and a sorry, I cut my mic out. And a tackle in the draft. Oh, we got real protection now. When all y'all forget, for Tua first 3 years, the more time he had to throw the ball, the worse he was. Facts. That's a fact. They ain't gonna talk about that or bring that up. Tua Tagovailoa in his first 3 years, the more time he actually had to throw the ball, the worse he was. This was a fact. You know why? Because he only good at getting rid of the ball quick, hitting the first read. Y'all think this is about giving him time to stretch the field and all that? You don't need time to stretch the field when you can't even throw that far. Boy, oh boy. That's what they setting us up for. They setting us up for that right now. And what's new? We gonna eat it up. And you know what's even crazy about it? Here's what's gonna happen. Because that's the ultimate team. You got all the weapons, you got all that stuff. Defense will struggle. But you know what the end result gonna be? It's gonna be the Dolphins winning 10 games again. Maybe getting a wild card, getting bounced in the first round. Some kind of injury gonna take place to be like, yeah, but we were banged up, man. This was the year, man. It's always gonna be something. Gary, stop wasting your time, bro. Nobody listening to you. Nobody listening to you. Now all my bad takes are about Tua, but everything I tell you about him end up coming to fruition. Y'all need to stop. Time to bring in next guy, TD. Q? What do you elaborate, Q? And stop saying I'm wrong. Tua's gone, man. You done lost it. Listen, only thing gonna make Tua gone is another major injury. And I don't wish injury on nobody, but if you want him gone, that's what you better hope for, and you shouldn't hope for it. So it just got to happen by chance. Q said, "I've seen enough. I don't want to hear Q elaborate. I need names and what you saying right now, Q." Q said, time to wait, hold on. Let me back up here. Let me back up here. Q said, time to bring in the next guy, TD. Okay, that's vague. Then he said, what he said? I've seen enough. Enough of what? Then he said, time to bring in competition. Oh, stop. I don't want to hear. Never mind. Oh, boy, real competition. Never mind. I don't want to hear no more. You still on that Tua train, Q. No. If you even want competition at this point, you still on that Tua train. But just stay on it, bro. Don't tease me like that. Don't tease me into believing that you finally understand and see the light. No, we passed the competition phase. What good is that going to do? Oh, if you bring in real competition that's just like him, that ain't doing nothing but giving you the same guy. That might slightly beat him out or might slightly not beat him out. That don't change nothing. Why am I going to bring in competition when we got to see? You know what I told y'all 2 years ago? You remember 3 years ago when Tua went off and McDaniel first came? Oh, TD, what you think about Tua now? I said, man, what I just saw, he exceeded his ceiling. He exceeded his ceiling. Now, do y'all see what I'm talking about? Has he gone back to the 3 year ago Mike McDaniel first year yet? Have you seen that first year Mike McDaniel tour in a long time? Yes or no in the chat? Have you seen that first year Mike McDaniel tour in a long time? I told you he exceeded his ceiling. I've been told you he exceeded his ceiling. Hey, bro, what you mean by exceeded it? Bro, he played well beyond his limits. And that's because of the talent that was around him. Tyreek Waddle and all them going crazy. I mean, Tyreek almost had 2,000 yards and Waddle almost had 1,500 in 1 year. I said he exceeding his ceiling. He way past his ceiling on this. This is a league that's shocked and worried about the speed. They haven't caught on yet, but don't worry. The time will tell you. You'll see. Once they start honing in on Tyreek and Waddle, you'll see the adjustment. What happened last year? Started out all hot and fire, then the league caught up. Then it was trash from there. Then you come into this year, you ain't had a Tyreek and Waddle go off game yet. And I'm talking about go off think about this year. Tyreek and Waddle been virtually ghost. And y'all want to say, oh, well, Tyreek and Waddle got to be better. They the same dudes they were 3 years ago. Y'all just don't see the defense collapsing on them, and Tua don't know what to do. Now you get a team like today with Houston, who then they collapse on everybody. Tua absolutely don't know what to do. Try to tell y'all, man. It ain't no competition that's going to matter anymore. Ain't no more competition that's going to matter anymore. You got to try to go find better. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy, because finding better is finding a franchise quarterback. But it just makes you think of all the, Jordan Loves that Flores wanted and stuff. Q said Ghost won. Yeah, because he couldn't live up to TD's expectations. I'm not sure what you're talking about, man. I don't listen. Tua ain't got to live up to my expectations. I just have expectations, and I think that's what you pay a quarterback that can meet those. But Tua ain't never met him, and we still paid him. Just a shame. Just a shame. We bad off, man. Let me read some of these super chats, man. Good thing Jets winning. They're not getting Ward or Sanders. Steelers and Vikings just grabbed a QB on the open market and keep rolling. We stuck in QB hell forever. Ain't it crazy how you can actually find a guy and make him, turn him into looking good? Ain't it crazy? As Saquon or Jamar Chase and Tua add another weapon. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past the Dolphins. I wouldn't put it past the Dolphins if they figure out a way to bring in T. Higgins next year. Try to have the big three. Where all these teams keep talking about the big two. Maybe we need the big three for Tua. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Not gonna lie, every time Tua looks good, I'm gonna say, dang it, there goes 2 more years of our future. Come on, Tua, please. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. Just like last week versus the Jets, I wanted to win that game because it was the Jets and I hate them. I just don't want them having no bragging rights over us. But deep down, I'd be like, the more these bum teams Tua beat and look good doing it, he just making these people delusion get deeper and deeper. The more of these bum teams that we beat and he look good doing it, he just, man, he feeding that ridiculous delusion. And y'all remember earlier today, I played this clip. I said I ain't gonna bash Tua this week, but remember I played this. Watch this. And this was about the Jets game, right? But look at what the last person say about underthrown deep balls. But this was right after the Jets game.
Tua media is the worst, though. The Tua fan base. Yeah, the two people who think he was good yesterday, he was 23 for 37, no picks. It's like, all right, I watched the game. Right. Like, he had 10 terrible throws. Like, stop. I don't trust Tua.
Dolphins fans are frosty for sure.
No, the Tua, when I think of a Tua play in my head, it's Tyreek Hill turning around to catch an underthrown deep.
Boy, did he call it. When I think of Tua, I think of Tyreek having to turn around to catch a deep ball. You can't make this up. Like you know what? We've entered a new realm. We used to argue with Tua ears. And like, how could y'all be so delusional? We got to start laughing at them. They love putting clowns on our timeline. You a clown. You a clown. I'm sorry. If y'all keep defending this mess, you're the real clowns. You're actually the real clowns. The people that keep defending this mess, you're actually the real clowns. Everybody knows except y'all. You need to get checked. I mean, this man is joking about when I think of Tua, this is what I think of. And he literally hits what happened today in the game right on the head.
He was good. He had 10 terrible throws.
Look.
Dolphins fans are frosty for sure.
No, the Tua, when I think of a Tua play in my head, it's Tyreek Hill turning around to catch an underthrown deep.
Like, y'all think we just be saying that to hate on him? Everybody know. I mean, it's right in front of you. The man turned around on, and they got to turn around on almost every deep ball. And I can't, and y'all stop sending me screenshots of other creators. I don't want to hear what these clowns got to say. All of them ain't clowns, but some of them, stop sending me screenshots of what they got to say. It's disgusting. You got content creators out here literally fighting over, that's all on Tyreek. The ball was in his hands. I don't want to hear nothing else. Are you kidding me? Like, ladies and gentlemen, there's something called cause and effect. Whatever causes the effect is responsible. Cause and effect. The cause on that play was an underthrown deep ball. If it was never underthrown, then don't talk to me about nothing else. Nothing else mattered. If the first thing that was able to happen was taken care of, don't underthrow the football. If that happens, nothing else is relevant. Like, it doesn't make sense. How are y'all skipping over that to go straight to the ball hit his hands? I don't want to hear nothing else. Like, how many times does Tyreek have to bail out Tua, turning doing a 180 to catch a deep ball? That's not correct. You should not have to turn around and catch the football. All right, man. But I get it. I get it. I get why people do that mess. I understand why they lie to y'all all day. They make lie to y'all. I mean, if we're gonna be honest. I'm working on the signal now, man. They're trying to take your boy out on the lag. Oh man, they trying to freeze my frames, man. It's all good, but y'all can hear me. Not gonna lie, every time Tua looks good, oh, I already read that. The market is the market, even if I underthrow you. Wow. Crazy thing is that a decade ago, still same now. Tua is a religious figure to these people. I know it. You can't tell me with a straight face that watching Josh Allen didn't cheer you up. Josh Allen is the MFer. TD Bills talk is back. Listen, it didn't cheer me up one bit. It actually disgusted me knowing that we got to deal with what we got to deal with. Being a Dolphins fan, we got to live with what we got to live with because. Don't let TD lie to you guys. We're lucky to. The Super Bowl is ours soon, and we are lucky to have him locked up. Yeah, that's funny. Slippin' Jimmy said, sucks Tua was injured during the easiest part of our schedule because those are the only games he wins. Yeah. But here was funny about it. I'm glad you said that. I know I'm lagging, Q, but y'all let me know in the chat. Even though I'm lagging, it's fine though. Is fine because I'm sure that the signal will come back eventually. Let me know in the chat. Is the audio fine though? They're trying to take down TD. Tua messing your internet up, lagging bad. So you're frozen. Yeah. I understand the video. It is what it is. They try to take your boy out, man, but it's all right. But the audio is good. That's all I'm worried about right now. All right, let me check something real quick. Yeah, give me one moment. All right, audio is good. That's all I had to hear. As long as audio good, we good, man. All right. So I built in camera. Oh, that's why. They're trying to take my camera out, man. They're trying to take your boy out, man. You trying to take me out, man. I'm sorry, man. They said Tua taking my internet down. It is what y'all can hear me. That's all good to me. Oh man. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Hey man. Hold on. We hear you. Okay, cool. All right, 1080p. Let me go to my settings, my output audio. MacBook. Oh, I see what the issue is. All right, I got the issue. I think I see what it is. All right, y'all give me 1 second. I think I found the issue. All right, we should be back. Let's see. All right, settings, audio, testing. All right. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Why am I audio? Oh well. Oh well. It is what it is. As long as y'all can hear me, I'm good with that. All right. Anyway, man, let's get back to it, man. They're trying to take us out, man, but it's all good. We ain't gonna let them. All right, you good, bro? Yeah, but the video's still screwed up. But we can hear you. TD, your internet is spiking. Yeah, something wrong. I don't know what it is. But anyway, let me make sure I get through these super chats. Be done with them. Oh man. All right. Type 2 a time in the chat. I, for one, am glad we get that for the next 10 years. We found our QB. Now we need to build around him properly. Fins up. Yeah, we know, Slippy. Bro got that Tua web. Yeah, they turning over my reception right now. If you think Miami is good, regardless, Tua, then you're delusional. I think this team could do a whole lot better if we get a better quarterback. If we had a clutch quarterback, we would do a whole lot better. The problem is our quarterback has too many limitations. Our quarterback has way too many limitations, and that's a part of the issue overall, man. But it's what we got to live with. All right. How are we ever going to compete in the AFC East? And that's the problem. Like, if you really know the game, how do you expect to compete against Josh Allen in the AFC East like this every single season? Like, the only chance you have is if Josh was to get hurt, and that ain't likely. He's one of the most durable quarterbacks known to man. How do you plan on competing in the AFC East? And this is the problem. Y'all want let's you know what? Let's call it. Let's call it. Watch this. Now watch this. Who literally has the better weaponry, the Bills or the Dolphins? Who has the better weaponry, the Bills or the Dolphins? Please answer that. And when I'm talking about offensive weaponry, take the quarterback out of it. Running backs and receivers, who got the better weaponry? The Miami Dolphins do. If you think otherwise, you tripping. So why is it you think they could do more with less? And you want to know what's funny about it? People will say, well, they got a better O-line. Do you know that like literally, y'all, do you know that Josh Allen be out there running for his life, making plays on the run? Look at today's game versus the Lions. Look at some of the biggest plays he had. Flushed out of the pocket, running for his life. Josh Allen is making all those guys look like really good players. You know what Tua doing? Not the same. And let me tell y'all something. It was a great move moving on from OBJ because he was a bum. Because guess what? You got a lot of production today from Malik Washington. And did it matter? You got more today from Malik Washington than you got from Odell all season combined. Did it matter? Did it matter? Somebody said, how come you aren't doing video, TD? Man, they sabotaging your boy. They trying to cut me out. My video for some reason lagged out. Not sure why, but it is, all right? Yeah, they locking me up on the video front, all right? It ain't my fault. I don't know what's going on, but they got me lagged out big time on the video. Let me try one more time. See if I can get us back in the game. Nope. Still ain't working. It is what it is. It sucks though. Because I wanted to you don't put up 40 points back to back with a bad team, TD. Yeah, but here's the funny thing. How many points we put up today? Yeah, they trying to silence the truth. The Dolphins organization contacted Google. They like, hey, man, we need y'all to do something. Well, freedom of speech, well, that don't mean freedom of visuals. So they pause them at visuals, but oh, there I go. I think I'm coming through a little bit. It's still raggedy, but I'm coming through a little bit. Kick back, relax. Yeah, y'all, I think, oh, there it goes. It's freezing again on me. Freedom of visuals. I don't know, man. It got to be something. It got to be something. Oh, man. I'm just tired of the hypocrisy, y'all. I'm tired of the hypocrisy. But you know what? The final straw is going to be drawn next year. Chris Greer going to do everything he can, and he going to screw up for the next general manager. He going to lead the next general manager the biggest mess known to man. And you know what's funny? You know the last team that kind of did what we're doing right now, that failed when they tried to do it? It was the Houston Texans when they traded for Laramie Tunsil. When they traded for Laramie Tunsil. And how is it that we were starting our rebuild by trading Tunsil before them, and they took 2 more seasons of failure before they blew it all up, and they a whole season ahead of us. Denver literally stuck with Russell Wilson contract, and they already turning it. The Chargers literally, you would have thought they did like here's the deal, like the Chargers. The Chargers already overachieved this year. If they don't win another game, they already overachieved. But how did they get there so fast? And we around here sticking with this ridiculousness. It's crazy, man. Oh, my gosh. The life of a Dolphin fan. TD called CB83, put him on speaker. Man, they all ain't going to answer, man. Where is CB83? 2 weeks ago, he said he was highly disappointed. Then a week later, Tua Leroy. And now all in the chat during the game, Tua Leroy, like, I ain't gonna lie. CB wrote a chat. He said Tua Leroy about to get it. Then Tua threw that last pick, and we ain't heard from CB since. That remind me, man. I gotta hit my homie up, G Firm, man. After every tour game, he always hitting me up and like, yeah, AFC Player of the Week. He gonna win it. I ain't heard from my homie, man. I gotta make sure he all right. Let me text him. Just say, you good, bro? Damn, I don't know why he always getting missing on me every time something like this happen. And it always happen. I got friends, man. We be chatting. And most of them 2 in the ears. Like, I got friends. We chat during the week. Most of them are 2 in the ears. And it be games like this. I tell them, you know what's about to happen, right? And they be like, nah, bro, see, will you at least finally give him his props if he do it this time? And I be like, well, I mean, it'll be a start, but we know what's going to happen. And every time we beat a bum team, they hit me up. And they be blowing me up. Hey, bro, see? Yeah. And every time something like that happen, I'm like, man, I ain't got no more friends. Where all my friends went? Tour making me lose all my friends, man. Turn your video off and on again. Oh, man. It's been acting up, man. I don't think it's going to come back. Let me see. Let me see if the system turn it on or not. Yeah, I mean, it's on, but it got me frozen. It's pretty bad. I know, JD. I salute to you, homie. I know it, man. I'm really just trolling those individuals right now because they always go missing. They sure know how to remind me. They know how to be like, oh, look at Tua Cook. Told you, TD, when you going to give up that hate? When you going to give up that hate for Tua? And I just be like, bro, I don't hate him, man. He just ain't a franchise quarterback. Like, when is he ever going to beat a good team when it matters most? Oh, you going to see. And then they get missing every time. And now I'm gonna be honest. At this point, I done lost hope for everybody, almost everybody. I done lost hope in everybody, and not the ones who've been riding with me. I'm talking about the ones where I care about it. I'm like they used to be over here and be like, "Yeah, I see what you're saying, TD." And over time, they be like, "Yeah, I realize now, TD just be hating and he wrong." And I'm like, oh man, they just don't get it. Q said, I'll be back next week when Miami wins. Y'all see what I'm talking about? We going to be at home against the 49ers that ain't got nothing to play for. We still might lose, by the way, because of the way they play defense. I know it's going to be Tua's worst nightmare unless they don't care anymore. If they dialing it in and they don't care, then yeah, we going to win and watch what they do. See, this the Tua we know. Yeah. Last week, man, everybody had bad game. I mean, everybody just waiting on the next debacle. People say all Tua nears break eventually. Let me tell you something. Have they not all broken twice every single year? And still found a way to get themselves back to believing? Have y'all not noticed that? Let me not say twice every year. Let me say every year they break. And this year twice. But they still gonna find a way to get themselves back. Every year he break their faith. And every year he beat up on 3 or 4 bad teams in a row. And all their faith is restored. And now all the haters are quiet. And now all the haters gotta eat crow. Y'all don't notice that? Every single year, he beat up on 3 to 4 bad teams, and now the haters got to eat crow. He done proved all their narratives wrong. And then games like this against a good team, when we tell you it's going to happen, they either go silent or they start justifying and they get quiet. They just waiting on the next lineup of 3 bums for them to beat to say, oh, yeah, see? Let me tell you what the goal is now. The goal is for them now to get to 8 wins. They want to win 2 out of these last 3. Let me tell you why. They want to be able to use the narrative. If Tua was playing them 4 games, we'd have been all right. We'd have at least been 3-1. They want to be able to use that narrative. We'd have at least went 3-1. So right now they looking, man, come on, man, at least finish out 2-1 so that narrative can be, feasible. I'm gonna tell y'all now, yeah, they better hope this team ain't quitting on them now. They better hope this team don't quit on them now. Let me tell y'all something. McDaniel better be careful with Tyreek Hill. McDaniel better be very careful with Tyreek Hill. Because they starting that narrative online too. And as soon as they get back to Tyreek Hill, this can be one of those blow-up moments for Reek. Now, some of y'all wondering what I'm talking about right now, but Mike McDaniel better be careful. I want y'all to go back and watch that interception over the middle. Do y'all know that McDaniel came out in his little presser after halftime? You know how the coaches got to answer questions after halftime? McDaniel came out, and McDaniel said out of his own mouth, well, on that interception, receivers got to be where they supposed to be. He better be careful. That's basically insinuating Tyreek wasn't in the right spot. It don't matter what spot Tyreek was in. They were playing robber. The guy was right there in the middle no matter where. That's just a terrible throw. Salute, Q. I got you, homie. He better be careful insinuating it. And then Tyreek said after the game, if we didn't turn it over and we didn't do this or that, we would have it would have been a total different game. You better be careful trying to defend Tua and throwing Tyreek under the bus. I agree with that too, Miami. Everything that's good for Tyreek and all that lying. Yeah, him and McDaniel lie for Tua. But be careful, because if Tyreek blow it up, he's going to expose it all. Tyreek ain't fall off at all. Tyreek hasn't fallen off at all. Tyreek is being limited by his quarterback, and that's what y'all need to realize. Y'all don't understand. Tyreek could easily, the last 3 years, have 400 more yards and 5 more touchdowns every season if he had a quarterback who could throw the deep ball in stride. Yeah, we definitely going to go over this all 22. Tony too embarrassed to show his face. King Lowski, you better get out of here. You have no right to be up in here, King Lowski. Out of all people, you better get out of here. Y'all get y'all a little funky win today and you want to poke your chest out. I bet you we beat y'all in January 5th too. I know that much. Nobody's scared to show their face. coach is average quarter back, average defense, average below average win percentage against good teams. Yeah. Until Ross cares more about football success than Formula One and tennis, then this will carry on forever. If only we had an owner who knows football. Yeah. I'm telling y'all, the big problem is all them advisors he got in that front office. I'm telling you, it's what it is. Them advisors in the front office is advising him wrong. Man, this reception is real bad.